Hey, welcome to the Soul Sister channel for your astrological forecast for the week of May the 23rd to Saturday, May the 30th. Oh my gosh, can you believe May is come and gone already? Time flies when you're having fun. Anyway, let's get started as we always do on the Soul Sister channel. We always want to start with becoming balanced and aligned, and we want to make that connection with our higher self. So let's get started by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we're releasing all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Good. Second breath. On this second breath, we're releasing all disease, toxicity, and negativity from our emotional astral body. Third breath. On the third breath, we're releasing all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the negativity, all the disease, all the toxicity leaving our bodies and flowing out to wherever it came from, and our body is being filled instead with this beautiful white light made up of white light, love, and the will to good. And this beautiful white light goes out and forms a protective bubble around us. And this bubble deflects all evil, low vibration, and negativity back to its source. So we want to keep that, as I always say, that tool in our spiritual toolbox. It's a great time out anytime that we feel out of sorts or not balanced. And it is a great way to start every day connecting with our higher self. And I do want to start with that today because this is the year about our higher self and getting into contact with our higher self and growing that relationship. We have the new energy of your Aquarius in conflict with the old energy of Pisces, and the new energy is coming in, whether we like it or not. It's coming in. It's bringing absolutely brand new, innovative, never before seen energy. And for us to work with it, we're going to have that relationship with our higher self, or it is not going to be a very pretty transit for us. Let me put it that way. Okay, having said that, we have big boy Saturn today has turned retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. Saturn is going to remain retrograde until October. So we have Pluto already retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, remaining there until October. Now Saturn is joining the retrograde train, and next week we're going to have Mercury joining that train as well. So lots of the retrogrades, lots of review, renew, regenerate, lots of re's going on. And Saturn is the teacher. And we are going back to school. We haven't learned all our lessons. We keep getting the same lessons over and over again, but we're not passing the test. So Saturn in Aquarius is saying, okay, I'm going to give you second chance. Saturn's always about second chances. Let's try it again. I want you to think of a brand new way, innovative, Aquarian-like, to solve that issue, to learn that lesson, whatever it is. I had this example of Saturn is all about foundation. I have this funny hair. It just won't go away. Ugh. Saturn is all about foundations, right? And see it as our house, as a foundation, okay? Is that foundation sturdy? If it isn't, Saturn is going to say, well, you need to learn the lesson of making a good structure for your house. And by the way, painting it purple instead of pink is not new and different. Putting stone on the front is not new or different. It's new, it's kind of different. It's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about something that's not a Band-Aid, that doesn't just put floss and gloss over whatever the lesson is. We need to learn the lesson. And we need to really work on that connection with our higher self. We have Jupiter in Pisces, and Jupiter's going to be in Pisces for a long time. I know it goes retrograde back into Aquarius, I think in July, but this is our chance to work on that relationship with our higher self. What does that mean? That means meditation. That means quieting ourselves and centering ourselves in whatever way works for us. Okay? Last month we worked on the Taurean energy, the earthy energy. So some of the ways that we can connect to our higher self using that Taurian energy was through good music, was through getting connected to nature. So if you have a lot of earthy energy in your body, that's a great way to connect. It is meditation. It is settling ourselves and disciplining ourselves to just say, here I am. It's sitting in that space after the deep breaths, where we sit in that space of white light and just say, here I am. What do you need to teach me today? What do I need to learn today? And just be quiet and listen and be receptive. That is what we need to be doing. And we need to be doing this on a daily basis. Doesn't have to be hours and hours at a time. 5 minutes, it's all I ask. 5 minutes for discipline to get in touch with our higher self. I'm telling you, these retrogrades are going to work out a lot better for us if we move through them with our spiritual energy instead of bucking against it and trying to fight it. In the end, we're not going to win, just to let you know. It might take us lifetimes to figure that lesson out, but in the end, we are going to learn it. So we can either learn it now, or we can come back and try it again and again and again and again. And we also have Pluto retrograde also going through and bringing up unresolved issues. So we have lessons, we have unresolved issues that are coming up. They're coming up for all of us this week. So hang on, baby. You think last week was a fun ride? Oh my gosh. This week is the same. And again, we have all this discordant energy, all this conflicting energy going on. It's just the shift. It's just shifting energy. But it affects each and every one of us. It brings us discomfort. It brings us pain. So we need to understand what's going on and get that connection going with our higher self so we can move through it and learn the lesson. And heal whatever wound that is, that we just keep going back to the same type of relationship and getting wounded in that same wound over and over again, whatever that is that doesn't make us feel worthy. Okay? We're working on all of this because we have to have all our resources available to us as we move forward. Okay, I'm going to give you that for the whole week. We've got Saturn retrograde. Look for lessons that we haven't learned. We're back in school. We did not pass a couple of tests, so we're getting to retest again. Look for those unresolved lessons coming up for us to learn again this week, all the way through October, along with Pluto digging. And the only glimmer of hope this week is Tuesday, when the moon has a water trine between her and Mars, Moon is in Scorpio, Mars is in Cancer, and Neptune is in Pisces. Tuesday, the only day that we kind of feel good and we're in touch with our feelings, and we just, it just feels really nice. And we feel like, oh, we finally got through it. Things are going to get better now. No, they're not. Because then we have Wednesday coming up with a full moon eclipse with the moon. She is eclipsing in Gemini, the Gemini Sagittarian, I want to say orbit, axis at 11:15 on Wednesday, May the 26th. And along with that, we have Venus in Gemini, who is conjuncting Mercury and squaring Neptune. Okay, that's the technical. Here's what it is. Remember last week? Remember the deception? Remember the suspicion? It's all back. It's all back. There's a lot of that going on. If someone offers you a deal for the rest of this week that's too good to be true, believe me, it's too good to be true. If the love of your life proposes marriage to you this week, you better think about it, because there's a lot of snaky, slippery, slidey, blurry energy going on. There's a lot of manipulation going on, and there's a lot of control going on, and there's a lot of this power over versus power within. So we're gonna see people to try to push us around too this week with that eclipse on Wednesday. So just if you want anything decent, do that on Tuesday, because from Wednesday to the rest of the week, it is really, really tough. It is really challenging energy, and that's why I'm really promoting developing that relationship with our higher self and keeping those deep breaths in our back pocket, because we're going to probably need to be taking those more than once this coming week. We have that nice water trine with the moon on Tuesday. For the full moon eclipse on Wednesday, we go into back into the lunar T-square, which I talked about last week, where you have the moon and the sun 180 degrees apart. The moon and then splitting them right down the middle is Jupiter in Pisces. So we have this very uncomfortable energy between the sun, the moon, and Jupiter. So that Jupiter energy is one of, sometimes can be above the law, or I don't need to follow the rules. Be very careful from Wednesday to the end of the week. Really be careful. Don't let anyone pull any wool over our eyes or have us sign anything. Don't sign anything. Just don't do it. Unless you have to, unless you know exactly what it is that you're signing. So that is just, and then Thursday, the moon has another T-square for us to deal with. This time, Venus and Neptune are 180 degrees apart, with the moon splitting them down the middle for a very uncomfortable energy. And Thursday becomes the energy of, we are very oversensitive. We get our feelings hurt very easily. So these pushy people who are coming at us on Wednesday, trying to get us to do what they want by not telling the truth, by giving us some fables and some phony baloney. We gotta really just stay away, and on Thursday we're gonna be hurt. We're gonna be really, you hurt my feelings. Why would you do that to me? And we might find ourselves really having our own little pity party over everyone else's very bad behavior. So, a crazy week ahead, a continuing crazy. Please stay centered. Please stay in your higher self. Please keep that relationship, keep it connected, and keep it growing. And let's see what our advice is for this week ahead with our wonderful Saturn retrograde. Going back, learning some lessons that we haven't quite learned yet. And Pluto digging up our garbage and all this new energy coming in that we're not used to. It's really kind of getting us scattered and confused, and then people trying to sell us something that's too good to be true, or I was gonna say if someone proposes to us too. So just be real careful. Let's just stay out of all of it this week. Let's just spend our time working on self and our relationship with our higher self. Okay, message from Spirit. Impasse. Redirect your energy. So, we're not going anywhere. We're going to observe. We can't go forward. It's too crazy. So what are we going to redirect our energy? We're going to redirect our energy into working on self and connecting to our higher self and growing that relationship there. First light. We are beginning a new cycle, guys. This is the age of Aquarius. It's a whole new cycle for all of us. It is a most amazing, fantastic time. And we are all here because we actually asked to be here. So you may believe that or not, but we wanted to be here for all of this fun and games. So as this energy shifts, as we move to this new energy, we can begin to see. We can begin to see where it's going to take us, especially if we are working with higher self. We can use our intuition and our wisdom to help us see forward, help us see that first light. And then wandering path. Enjoy the journey. It's not about getting from point A to B. I got to tell you, this one I think is for me. I need to learn this lesson real bad. It's not about getting from point A to point B. It's not about your expectations. It's about learning and growing as we go. Enjoy the journey. It's like it's a whole new day. Make it a whole new journey, a whole new adventure. Look at things with fresh, clean eyes and just enjoy it and feel it. And that's what Spirit has to say to us today. Stay away from people and their craziness. Work on self this week. Work on our relationship with our higher self this week. And enjoy nature still. Enjoy journaling. Enjoy just different activities that we can do on our own this week. And we can see the first light, and we can enjoy the journey as we move into this Aquarian age. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share. Come visit me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat. That's Soul Sister, one word, and Cat, K-A-T. I do daily inspirational messages there, and I do some interesting memes as well. Remember, this is very important, and this is the basis of my channel. Everything starts inside. It's not the outer fluff and guff. It all starts right here. Your life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. Namaste.